2-point, let me talk a little bit about the 2-point. So let me, hold on, let me just see that you can see me. Yeah, here we go. So we basically have two different seats, and this is, I'm simplifying a little bit, but basically we've got two different seats that we can be in when we are in the saddle. One is the full seat meaning when I've got my legs bent right now, and you picture a horse between my legs right now, so this would be a full seat, right? So this is what you usually sit in at a walk, and when you sit the trot or sit the canter, you would stay in that position, right? And you can see I've got a line from my earlobe through my shoulder to my pelvis to the feet. So this is like as if I were standing in a martial arts position on the ground. So this is the position. And now I've got my full weight in the saddle, right? And when I sit the trot and sit the canter, I also have to follow the horse's movement, but I would stay connected with my seat bones all the time. Now, for the 2-point, what changes is that I do not sit on my seat bones anymore. I'm in a position where I'm coming off the saddle a little bit. It can just be like half an inch or not even, right? I come off the saddle with my buttocks. I'm distributing the weight a bit more through my legs and more to the sides of the horse, right? So I'm in this position here, and I'm really staying off the horse's back at all times. Yeah, so it's also different than the posting, where the posting still has like an up and down motion. You are sitting in the saddle for a moment. In the 2-point, you are really above the saddle. You're hovering above the saddle at all times, right? So you're not sitting in the saddle. So, right, so that's, and the idea why we are in the 2-point or why we use it, when you think about it, like show jumpers, you see show jumpers in that, you see eventers in this, right? You see like at races, you see the jockeys in that. It's to get the horses, your weight off the horse's back and allow the horse to really move freely, right? When we are off the horse's back like this, then the horse can move really freely. So the more freedom your horse's back needs, basically the more you have to be in a 2-point position. Okay, now let me just briefly show you how to do this. So we're going to bend here. You can actually do that with me if you like. You can bend here where the thigh goes into the torso. And now what's important is you push your buttocks back a little bit. And you're folding yourself together like this, right? You're squatting. See how my back shape hasn't changed? I'm not rounding, right? I'm not bracing. I'm bending here. And I bring the buttocks back, and see how the buttocks is kind of a counterweight to the shoulders. If I were, and you see some people do this, if I were just leaning forward, see how this is off balance, and then I would be on the forehand, as some people say about the 2-point, that you are on the forehand. You are on the forehand when you're here, right? When you do this, when you use your buttocks as a counterbalance, then you are balanced here on the ground, you will be balanced in the saddle as well. Yeah, and then the thing that I think, Julie, you asked more about is because I then talked about like feeling into the movement. And that's also what I talked about earlier in the canter, where we've got this balancing, this opening and closing movement of the hip, the knee, and the ankle, this movement. And this is something that you can really practice in the 2-point. Right? Because now you're in this position and you can just allow your legs and your heels to really go chung, 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 right? It's kind of fun too. In center riding, it's sometimes called the dancing knees, because you can allow your knees to dance along the side of the saddle. And you can at a trot even alternate right and left and really allow your knees to move back and forth. And the reason why I ask you to practice that is because I think you will get a better feel for this move in the thigh position and the positioning of the, because it's almost, you could really picture bringing the knees down in this, like allowing your knees to go into this movement. And sometimes we say that if you had a smiley under your kneecap, you want to let the smiley smile towards the ground. Yeah, so this is just a nice way to practice, and so it get your leg into a better position.